movieweb.com.
Well, the story is based on your real-life experiences growing up in Iran and Austria and France. And is this movie 100% autobiographical, or is this a fictional story inspired by your ordeals growing up?
I think the second thing is better put, because it's certainly not a documentary about my life, and it's certainly a subjective point of view, and it's certainly that when you make a script, the part of the storytelling, we should never forget it. So if I pretend that is 100% autobiographical, that means that the dog looks like the dog that I draw, that this thing that I said, exactly I said this thing, which is not true. Of course, is a part of storytelling. It's based on my own experiences, and then you have to make a story. I think even documentaries, they are part fictional. As soon as you make a story, you have to have some fiction. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Yeah. And what inspired you to create the Persepolis graphic novels?
Well, that was really my answer to the word, because the two times that I left Iran in '84 and in '94, I heard so many crazy things about my, Iran. People, they were saying things, and I was like, this is not like this is not like that, and that is a truth, a reality that you see on the TV channel. That I don't say it doesn't exist, it does, but that is many other realities that we never see. So that was really to say, this I will give you at least another point of view. It's a very personal one. It just engaged my own person, but this is it. And so that was the beginning, how I started it. And of course, I wrote it 5 years after I left Iran the second time, because I needed to have distance with the story. I didn't have to be angry anymore. I didn't have to have any violence in me anymore, because you cannot answer to the stupidity by stupidity. You cannot answer to the violence by violence. So it's extremely important to take a step back and look at the thing. So that is what I tried to do, and that was the reason I made it in the first place.
Now, how did the graphic novels then turn into a movie?
Well, that was a mess, because I never wanted to do that, and I always thought it was a very bad idea. I still do. That it's not because you are a good cartoonist that you become a good movie maker, and that's not because something works, as a comic, that it will work as a movie. But knowing that was very good, because I knew the danger of the project, that you shouldn't make an adaptation. We had a transposition. We had to really make an adaptation. That means forgetting about the book, taking the material and turn it into a cinematographic language. But I made it because a friend of mine wanted to become a producer, and and I was like, I want to work with my best friend Vincent, and I want the studio in Paris, and I want this, and I want that, and I want Catherine Deneuve. And he said, yeah, okay. And then I was like, shit, now I have to do it. So that is how it started.
I found this film very insightful in providing a perspective from an everyday Iranian's point of view, which is not common in film. Was that the point, to get a woman's point of view who lives in Iran?
It's not a woman or a man. The fact is that I am a woman. I mean, if I was not a woman, I would be a man. It is a very personal point of view. Since I didn't want that to become a political or historical or sociological statement, I had to write it in my name. I had to put it on my name. It happens that I'm a woman, but it's a human point of view. And really, if there is one message in this movie, is the humanistic message, is that human being anywhere is the same, and they have the right to live, because they have dreams, because they have love, because they have parents and kids, and the life of all of us worth something. And then we have to understand that the situation is not as easy as we think.